Hey guys, Mark here from We Travel Alone. It's been a long time between drinks, as I would say. I reckon it's been maybe 4 or 5 months since I've recorded a video. Didn't really have much to say, and still sort of struggling with finding things to say as we started this channel out when we were looking at being digital nomads and travelling long term on the income we were making from our websites. And like I've previously said, that's changed drastically with Google and their update. But hey, life goes on, and we will go on travelling, maybe not full time, but certainly as many times as we can. Hey, just dropped in to actually talk about airlines. I've had a few rather, I would say, not so great experiences with airlines in the last couple of months. In July, August, we spent some time in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, Qingdao in China, and Manila in the Philippines. So if you think that booking, 5-star airlines, I'm not even quite sure how they rate a 5-star airline. What's the criteria? Does anyone know? I don't really know. Sometimes I think it just goes by votes on Skytrax, which is like, the official rating site at times. But, it's not a great indication of actually whether they are 5-star and whether they deliver a great service or experience, I guess. So what happened was we booked flights with two, what they call 5-star airlines, with Singapore and with Cathay Pacific. And what happened with both? Both were delayed. Actually, one was delayed so much that we had to stay in a hotel overnight in Hong Kong. So the one we flew with Singapore Airlines, we flew Melbourne to Singapore, and then we were meant to go Singapore on to Phnom Penh, Cambodia. But what happened is we got to Singapore and we're only meant to have a 2-hour transit, but it ended up being 5.5 hours. So delayed in Singapore airport for 3.5 hours. Just mechanical reasons or, things like that. No real reason given. I will give them one thing though. Singapore brought around a goodies bag for us all to have. So that was quite nice of them, but I still would have preferred to have got on the plane and got to our destination a little bit quicker. Now, what happened with Cathay? I'll just run through this really, really quickly. We're flying out of Qingdao, China to Manila in the Philippines via Hong Kong. So we arrive at Qingdao International Airport in China a couple of hours prior to the flight, as we do all the time. And it says delayed for 1 hour. So, okay, we check in, go into international departures. It says delayed till 5:30. We were meant to leave at 2:30. So 3-hour delay. At this stage, we were getting a little bit worried, me and Bec, because we had a connecting flight in Hong Kong onto Manila that evening. So after many attempts to talk to the cafe staff at Qingdao Airport, they're like, yeah, no worries, you'll be right. The flight's been delayed in Hong Kong. All flights are delayed because of a big storm in Hong Kong, so you'll be right, you'll get there on time. So eventually we board this flight 3 hours, 15 minutes later, which would have taken us to Hong Kong with about an hour and a half to spare to catch this next flight on to Manila. So what happens is they put us all on a plane, and then we have to sit on the tarmac at Qingdao for another hour because they didn't have authorization to take off because they'd missed their slot, so there was nowhere to go. So we all sat there for an hour, and guess what? Missed our plane in Hong Kong. So we arrive in Hong Kong, the other plane's taken off in half an hour, so there's no way they're going to be able to transfer our luggage in time. So what happens is they put us up in a hotel. So we had to walk to this hotel. Well, no, not to walk to the hotel. I had to walk through the airport to the desk, transferred us to a hotel, caught the plane the next morning. There's a bigger story to it, but we're not going to go into that today. So, and then I've had another experience going to Bali in 2 weeks' time. So I was looking at booking a flight with AirAsia. Actually, not for this trip, sorry. We are going to Bali in 2 weeks, and that'll be all good because we love Bali, but I was talking about January. So, sorry, let's skip forward. January, we're going Singapore to Kuala Lumpur, then Bec is flying to China, and me and my daughter, who I'll have with me at that time, we're flying to Bali and back to Melbourne. So, long story short, I've had some credits with AirAsia dating back to COVID times. They spat out all these credits to everyone that they owed money to instead of paying it out a lot of the times. So I thought, I haven't really had a chance to use these in 5 years. They expire in 2027. So I thought, okay, I need to take a flight from Kuala Lumpur to Bali. This would be a perfect opportunity. So I get on their flight, get on their site, try and book this flight, put in my voucher number, and it keeps saying invalid. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Literally. Why can't I use this voucher? So I get on to customer service, which is near on impossible with AirAsia. Actually got the worst customer service in the world. Can never, ever, ever get onto anyone, so I have to talk to the AI agent all the time. So apparently these credits can only be used on flights that are longer than 4 hours. So being in Australia, I'd basically have to fly to Kuala Lumpur with them to use it. So can't take a short flight, can't take a fly-through flight either. Now, if you don't know what a fly-through flight is, that means if, say, I was flying from even Bangkok to Bali, which is 4.5 hours, if that flight stopped in Kuala Lumpur, I couldn't take it. I have to fly direct and I have to fly 4 hours. So AirAsia's dead to me at this moment. I may get over it. I don't want to, but I will, because I really want to make them suffer and use this voucher. I want them to suffer in their jocks, and I want to spend the money. But I was shitty at the time, so what I did was I paid more for a flight, and I flew with Malaysia from Kuala Lumpur to Bali, because I was not giving AirAsia any of my money. I only want to take their money by using their voucher. So I've still got 18 months to use it, so I'll be trying my damnedest at some stage to use these vouchers on something, just so I can take some quid from AirAsia, because they friggin' annoy me. Anyway, that's my rant for today. I'll be back again shortly. Bye from Mark. See ya.